right. So Shelley is asking, is in vitro fertilization right with God?
Shelley, I think that's a great question because I know we live in a day of modern science and things like that. And a lot of times people wonder, are some of these things we're doing, are these okay? And does this go against nature or against something? And to this, I would say, biblically, I think it's perfectly fine. In vitro fertilization, basically, this is where somebody would have their eggs fertilized outside of their womb and then have them put back in their body. And because some people just can't um, get pregnant any other way. And I would say it's absolutely fine. God said in Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, then God blessed them. He's saying, Adam and Eve blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it, have dominion over the fish and over the birds of the air and every living thing that moves on the earth. God calls us his people to be fruitful and multiply, to have children. It is a beautiful thing to have children. It is a blessing. It is, children are a heritage from the Lord. And so, sadly, after this happened, after creation, Adam and Eve sinned. And because of that, things like disease and infertility problems came about, after the fall. I don't think that was God's original plan for us to have fertility issues. And so the fact that God gave us, science and reason and brains and, to allow us to become pregnant, a method that's maybe not, you know, totally traditional, it's still, I think it's perfectly fine as long as you're married to the person you're, getting pregnant from. So, and, I think it's just important that we, understand that maybe if you don't agree with it, but somebody's convicted about it, maybe we just, you know, treat people with love and respect their decisions, whatever they may be. But I think in vitro fertilization is absolutely, totally fine and in harmony with God's will. And if God has called you to be a mom or a parent, um, and you find a way, out, if you're dealing with fertility issues, I know that's a very heartbreaking thing. I have friends that want to have children, and sadly they can't, or it's just really, really difficult. They don't know if it's going to be able to happen for them, and I know it can be heartbreaking. And so, yeah, if there's another way that you can fulfill your calling to be a parent, especially those moms out there. I hear you. I'm a mom. And I can't imagine longing for this child and having trouble having one. So again, God says be fruitful, multiply. So be fruitful, multiply however you're able to do so. I wouldn't feel any guilt or shame or anything wrong with it. So yeah, just may God bless you and the children that may follow you. May you train them up in the way in which they should go, so that when they're old, they don't depart from it. That would be my only advice to you. All right.